18 Green at Victoria National Golf Club. Meet some of the graduates there. It's always an emotional day. A little champagne is toasted as these players look ahead to the great future on the PGA Tour. Top 30 earning those cards for 2024, which for the latest group of Korn Ferry Tour graduates begins in January at the Sony Open in Hawaii. Here's some notes on the grads. 30 players, 18 will be rookies, which means many of them are going back. 7 countries and territories are represented across the class. 7 PGA Tour University alums earning their first PGA Tour card. 1 pair of fraternal twins, that's Parker and Pearson Cootie, earning their first cards. Is there a grad that you want to focus on specifically?
Well, there's a lot of quality in that list that we just saw, but the one that stands out to me, and he's evidence that Ludwig Aubert is not the only stud coming out of continental Europe these days, and that's Adrien Dumont De Chassart, who graduated. He was actually number 3 in the PGA Tour University rankings. That's how he made his way onto the Korn Ferry Tour, which is proof that that program is also delivering. But it was only in June that he made his way onto the Korn Ferry Tour, and he's locked up his card now in October. And earlier this summer, we had Mike Small, the coach from the University of Illinois, on the show, and I asked him just what the ceiling was for Adrien Dumont De Chassart, and this is what he said.
When Adrien showed up on campus 5 years ago, you knew he had pro qualities. He had the ability to score the golf ball. He had touch and feel around the greens, but he wasn't quite worldly yet, or didn't really know how he was going to react under certain situations. But you knew he had the talent and the capabilities to adapt to whatever level he goes to. And obviously, he leaves the first team All-American. One of the best players, if not the best player, to have a college career at Illinois. We've had 2 individual national champions, but Adrien's ascent and consistency for 5 years is pretty remarkable. And to see him go to the next level and just take professional golf and understand that it is just golf, and that he was trained and he practiced and he visualized and he believed while at Illinois what it took to get there, and he realizes this next level is just an extension of playing at Illinois and playing college golf, and I don't think he's made it bigger than it is, and his talents are coming out very consistently and very obviously positively early, but he's a player that his game will grow, and he will adapt to whatever level of competition he is at, and obviously next year he'll be on the PGA Tour, and I expect him to have bright shining moments there too. Now we all know that professional golf is full of peaks and valleys, and very rarely does everybody play good all the time, and well, never really. And now hasn't really experienced playing poorly as a pro yet, but when that time comes and it falls into a little bit of a funk, his maturity, his habits, his ability to believe in himself is going to bring him through those quicker than probably somebody else, I believe. So I believe his valleys will be quicker and his peaks will be just as high as anybody. And I think he'll have a long, prosperous career on tour.
Well, it's been all peaks so far. Damon, the young Belgian, won his very first start on the Korn Ferry Tour back in June at the BMW Charity Pro-Am. He was top 10 in his first 6 starts on the Korn Ferry Tour. He really is a remarkable talent, and it's going to be fun to see him play the Ryder Cup in Bethpage 2 years
maybe not
now.
for the American golf fan. I tell you, Mike Small has produced some wonderful professional golfers.
And he thinks this could be the best of all.
No doubt. Oh, so many great stories yesterday in Indiana. I'm focusing on Rafael Campos. He's from Puerto Rico, a journeyman. You might have seen him from time to time, kind of is a host every year of the Puerto Rico Open. He's bounced back and forth from the PGA Tour to the Korn Ferry Tour. Yesterday, he was waiting in the clubhouse to find out if he'd have enough, points to gain that PGA Tour card. He found out he was number 30 on the list, and here was his reaction.
They've been horrible, honestly. God, I just want to thank my sponsors, my family, my wife, my friends that came out this week, my team. God, it's tough. I'm tired. It's been a long year. A lot of work, to tell you the truth. Just really happy I was able to finish on the position I'm in right now. What a tough year. Yeah, the last hour and a half There's been a lot of emotions coming in and out, a lot of thoughts, positive, negative. Just kept on thinking of the amount of work I put in for this year. God, I put too much work. I'm really happy it paid off. Obviously, it's hard to be, 30th. I feel bad for 31st. I was there 20 minutes ago. It's been a tough year. I'm just happy I have another chance to go back to the PGA Tour and try to do as well as possible. Hopefully keep doing what I'm doing. A lot of things I need to improve. A lot of under pressure, I've been actually struggling quite a bit. And I'm just grateful my family came here. My team came here. My wife, I know they were struggling as much as I was. It's just nice to be tour bound again.
Took another player's penalty to get him to number 30. He was outside that number. This is someone in Rafael who's 35 years of age from Puerto Rico. When Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico in 2017, he was on the front lines in the relief effort. He's been doing this for a long time, and you could see the emotion of what number 30 means to him.
Yeah, that's Adrien Dumont De Chassart with 12 years more scar tissue and what it means to try to make a living in this game and how difficult and perilous that pathway is, even for the best players in the world. And you got to give him credit in that moment there of sparing a thought for the guy who finished in 31st place on that list. It's very easy on a day like yesterday where we see so much emotion out there to focus on the guys who are waving their hats and cheering because they've had a good day. But a lot of people left that tournament yesterday with dreams crushed, if only temporarily. Yeah. They're still on the Korn Ferry Tour. They'll find their way perhaps through Q School, another pathway. Their journey continues. And spare thought for Alex Baldwin, president of the Korn Ferry Tour. She's now given her 30 best to Jay Monahan, say, there you go, see what you can do with him, and let's start all over again.
Yeah, Rafael showing a lot of empathy because he's been on the outside looking in before.
That's for sure.